People are gonna think I'm crazy, but I swear to God, everything in me keeps on thinking, like, go buy 500 pounds of rice. Just go buy it, stock up. I have like a month's food in my house. I usually do, somewhere between whatever I canned from the garden, whatever I have pickled or fermented. I tend to buy beans in bulk because I am a dense bean salad girl, but there's this little thing in the back of my head that's like, go buy as much as you can now. Generations of women who survived Soviet rule, all the hardships of Lithuania. Like, I don't know what it is, but I swear to God, there's this, like, I don't know if it's going to be tariffs or if it's just going to be a low planting season or if it's just going to be like we can't even afford it. To ease the egg problem in the US, we're shipping in eggs from Turkey and somehow that's supposed to lower the price of eggs. Like, that math does not math. Somebody in my comments the other day says, like, oh, I switched my laundry room to like a temporary pantry. I mean, I have lettuce growing in my laundry room, so yeah. If I was Canada or Mexico, even if Trump's like, haha, kidding, we're not going to do the tariff thing, I don't know that I would trust the US anymore. I don't know that I would manufacture with the like intent to deliver to the US because at any point in the next 4 years, Trump can just be like, tariffs back on. If I was a farmer, I would consider farming less. Or if I have a repeat crop like avocados, I'd be looking to other countries being like, hey, I can't trust the US anymore. Would you like a cargo ship full of avocados perchance? But if you just do the math, 250,000 some odd US government employees alone have been let go, but terminated in such a way that they can't apply for unemployment. They're government employees, let's just be honest. They're not sitting on like the world's biggest salary. They are quickly going to apply to food banks and any other benefits they can get their hands on, as they should. Food pantries are already strapped. You add 250,000 and growing number of people to that, plus yesterday's tanking stock market. I feel shaky about our food sources in the fall. Somewhere between a bad crop season, tariffs, and just rising prices, but also other countries just being like, I don't find you safe to trade with anymore. Everything in my brain is like, go buy 500 pounds of rice. Like, what am I gonna do with it? Figure that out later. Look, if I had 500 pounds of rice money, we would be in a different position, but like, really consider trying to grow basic items, and I mean like counter sprouts. I know some of you live in the city and don't have a choice. You can grow sprouts on your counter. For anybody else who has a square patch where they can put a bucket full of soil, consider at least growing your own tomatoes. Is tomatoes and cucumbers mainly come from Canada and Mexico? At the very least, save yourself that. 2 out of the 3 of my grocery stores have this aisle in the back where like dented cans, end of product line, whatever end up. There's usually nothing wrong with it, but like a label ripped or something else. Be careful with the dented cans. But for the other stuff, it's usually like a quarter of the price it would have been on the normal shelf. If these are items that you would eat normally, please don't buy Spam if you don't like Spam to just throw it out. But really work to try to put a little bit extra away in your pantry, shelf stable. If you buy it in a plastic bag like barley or rice or something, try to convert it to a glass jar, like a used spaghetti sauce jar, just to keep it safe from rodents and everything else. But like, everything in me is screaming, make sure you have what you need. I don't usually have that feeling. In COVID, it was more like we might not get what we need for a while. Like, getting my hands on Old Bay seasoning was like a month-long process during the worst of COVID. The feeling I have is not that feeling. The feeling I have is not. It's like all my Lithuania ancestors being like, stock up. Not to freak everybody out, but worst case, you end up with a few spaghetti jars full of rice and beans and oatmeal, and you don't finish it, and you put it up in an offer-up group in your neighborhood in the spring. But try to figure out a way to grow a basic tomato and cucumber plant, and slowly but surely try to put a little bit in your pantry. We're not going to get ahead of whatever's coming, but it buys you a little breathing room, because Trump's, every day on his whim, kind of back and forth waffling. At least it would reduce my stress to know I had like a week's worth of chickpeas in my house. It's just this yutsy feeling, and I can't get rid of it.